Turn down that volume there, woman.
Yeah, I know. How are you?
Are you happy that your power's back on?
Wow. Didn't. Oh. Mm, there we go. Didn't know what was going to happen. That was crazy. And then the fact that we were driving through the worst of it, like every single light was out.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy. But what can you do? Okay. Okay. I know.
Yeah, I think my stand might fall tonight too, just warning you.
Oh, man. Okay, just got to back this up. All right. So our theme for today, Sam decided we should go Halloween already.
Yeah. Before everyone runs out to buy their costumes.
It's true. See, I didn't want to show you my costume because I knew you'd be bringing it up.
What do you mean?
Well, because we scored our costumes like we talked to the kids about it. We went to Value Village in Waterdown, and then I also got another costume from a friend of mine, just like a hand-me-down. So I'll let you talk costumes.
All right, fine.
Okay.
I swear this is going to fall down, so I better do it quick.
Okay.
All right, so I'm big on secondhand costumes. We always talk about it. Try and go secondhand first before you go and buy something brand new, and then it ends up in the landfill or whatnot. So I believe last year my mom got costumes for the kids, but the year before I got them at Once Upon a Child. So they were super cute and easy. Can you hear that child calling for me in the background? Sorry, guys. We're having issues putting him to bed. But this year I got a message from my aunt about a month ago, and she took a picture of her costumes and said, "Do you want our costumes? Like, we're done with them now." And I said,
Sweet.
"Absolutely, of course."
Yeah.
So she dropped them off with my mom, and I got them. So Lennon's costume is this gorilla, because he is a crazy gorilla.
So cute.
So it's going to be cute. Yeah,
He's trying to talk to you.
He's talking to Jamie now.
Because Jamie's like yelling up at him.
And then we also got a Paw Patrol one, so he could possibly do that. This is from my cousin a couple months ago. And then we got this one, and Hudson was obsessed. I swear he wore it for 3 days straight. It's like a...
Oh my gosh.
Like a...
Put it on your shoulder?
Yeah, and you like ride the horse around. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty hilarious. He wore it for 5 days straight, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be excited to wear that for Halloween.
No,
But
that's awesome.
it's just funny that you could bring home costumes that are hand-me-downs or secondhand, and your kids are just as excited and just as happy to wear those as opposed to running to the store and buying a brand new costume.
I totally agree. And I think the key is just honestly absolutely avoiding the stores. Like, you don't need to go in. Just don't. Don't go in because you're just going to be tempted. Yeah. Yeah, we went to the Value Village in Waterdown, and so we tried to stick to the secondhand. And of course, then we went down the brand new aisles, and we had to get some like swords that went with Preston's ninja costume that were brand new, and the swords cost more than the actual secondhand costume. It was crazy. So yeah, just avoid.
Yeah, avoid at all costs. I don't even go near them because it's right. You just get tempted by the newness, and it's really like unnecessary. It's like 1 day a year, and most of the time the kids don't even reuse the costumes. But before you go on to your tip, I've been noticing costume swaps too.
Yeah.
Like at actual locations. I know there's a store in Hamilton that does it, and then there was a mom or a lady on our group that posted about, I forget where it was, what the location was, but
one was
Monday
just
night.
canceled. Yeah, one was canceled. I was at the Chickadee
Cafe.
That
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so she ended up canceling it because there wasn't enough RSVPs like registered.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know.
I think that's such a good idea. Especially like you can give the costumes that your kids wore last year to someone else, and then it's new to them and vice versa, right?
Yeah, I agree. So I think it's just got to catch on. And we have to just commit to those things because I think they were opening, she was doing it voluntarily. So she wasn't getting paid for the opening of the store. And so just wasn't enough RESPs, RSPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. There's tons of swaps out there, or even just swap with a friend or neighbors, or like, doesn't have to be fancy. And
no.
Another option for costumes is making their own. Like,
yeah.
You come up with an idea, or you just ask your kids, like, hey, what do I want to be? I want to be an airplane. I want to be a flower pot. And you can use like boxes and Velcro and stitching and, you know, the kind of sewing of the old school, figure it out on your own, like we did back in the day.
Those are the best costumes. That's all my mom did when I was growing up. I remember it was a friggin' Crayola crayon, and she made it out of Bristol board and like drew it on, and it was like my favorite costume of all time.
I know. I agree. And having fun with the makeup, right? Like, you can just put on some cool makeup and colors and whatever else. But yeah, it's good. And you make a night of it with the kids. You spend, you know, the time together. Even if you pull up Google and you look up like DIY costumes for Crayola pencils or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about, because I know you and I are quite challenged by this idea. It's kind of like birthday parties, with the idea of going around and trick-or-treating and giving out. Like, what do you give out? Because if you think about it, honestly, whatever we received as kids ourselves trick-or-treating, I guarantee like all that plastic and those wrappings they still exist in the landfill somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's kind of sad to think about it in that perspective. So thinking about what you give out, I feel it's no different than birthday parties. Don't feel the pressure, and we don't have to feel that we have to give them 10 items into their little bags. Give them one item, and that's more than enough. And think about, like, you know, it can be anything. So a pencil, an eraser. So these things, these items that trick-or-treaters are coming around, I know they're probably gonna be like, I don't want a pencil. Well, then good. Then don't take my pencil. But why not? Like, this is something that is necessary and the kids will use. And you can get cool, you know, Halloween styled pencils, or you just give some kind of cool everyday pink pencil for the girls, whatever it might be. And again, I know we're just trying to eliminate as much plastic as possible and all the extra wrappings. So I do like the idea of, some people give out little mini Play-Dohs. At least it's recyclable. Like, we're just trying to look for progression, not perfection. So try and do something better and not the best. Because it's hard to resist. Like, our kids are going to want, we can't say no. Kids are going to want to go out, and they're going to want to trick or treat and be a part of it. We can't be jerks and say, no, you're not going out because we're freaking green mamas and we're not going to let you go out. So we got to be practical, right? So this is a better alternative than using, you know, candy and all kinds of different wrappings. And then I also like the idea of like crayons, you know, or
those are great. Crayons is a good one, because it's
markers.
It's in cardboard box.
Yeah. And even if you wanted to split this up or something, you know, you can get these pretty cheap depending on where you buy them from, but like 50 cents or sometimes even, you know, 50 cents to $1, you could find them in bulk. But even markers, like, I feel like we just keep a bin of markers and my kids go through them like crazy. You could tie like a bunch of like 5 markers together with twine or some kind of, you know, natural jute string. And at least markers, there's places you can recycle those as well, like Staples, and there's all kinds of different collections for them.
Yeah.
So you just have to be creative.
I like that too, because it's just less sugar.
Yeah.
Because like that night is insane.
Yeah.
It's just so much sugar and candy.
I totally agree. And we do not have to feel that we have to give 5 items or 6 items. Just give one. Give one item, and that's more than enough, because like you said, like, I feel like our candy lasts us for like an entire year.
Well, you're good, because ours lasts like a month.
Well, that's if we don't eat it.
Yeah.
Like, the adults don't eat it or get to
exactly.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
One other thing I was going to mention too is, I know back in the day we always used pillowcases. Yes. And we've had these. So these were gifts. Again, you know, hey, Grandma and Grandpa, what can we get the kids? And this is from Grandma. She got them embroidered. And we've had them since the kids were 2 and 3.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, these like last forever. Now this one, you know, it's white, so it's not like the greatest condition at the bottom. But it's got their names on it, and they've had them forever.
Yeah, I like that they're cloth and you can wash them. The plastic ones you get at the dollar store, whatever, like break within like the next day.
Totally. Yeah. So super easy and reusable. We've had them for like 3 years now.
And you can still use a pillowcase.
True.
Because they're reusable and washable. Don't get those plastic things. They're awful,
I know.
people.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree. So that's it. Sweet and simple.
Go get your costume secondhand.
Yes. And if you have any ideas for good adult costumes, I have to dress up every year at school as a teacher. So send me your like coolest ideas because I gotta be cool.
I'll send you some.
It's gotta be PG.
Of mind.
PG, dude.
All right.
Don't get me in trouble. All right, guys. Have a great night and share your Tuesday tips for Halloween.
Halloween. What do you give out?
Yeah, we'd love to know and get some more ideas.
All right. Good night.
Twigs. Everyone's going to say twigs. I give up twigs. Seeds. Seeds would be awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.